Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yugioh here. Welcome back to another episode of Yugioh Card Battle. It's been a while since I've done this, but like I said in previous videos, my upload schedule's been quite crazy and hectic this past month. Everything's been going on in recent days and all that stuff. So, my allergies are acting up like crazy right now because changing the seasons. It's becoming spring, and holy God, it always screws my sinuses up. But anyway, allergies and sinuses up. But anyway, so if I do any sniffling and stuff like that, I'm sorry, but you know, it's gonna come with the turf of freaking Southern Louisiana. It really does. It's gonna come with that turf. So, anyway, the two cards we've been going over today on Yugioh Card Battle are two light-based exceeds that are ran in light-based decks, or any deck that can easily bring it out. We have Constellar Omega versus Starliech Paladinamo. Whatever you freaking say that name, it's weird. I'm just gonna call him Palladius because his original name was Palladios, Photo Knight Palladius. Screw you, Konami, for trying to make him some weird gibberish name. Of course, it's Konami, they do random shit all the time. So these are two light-based exceeds requiring two level 4 light monsters. Each have their own unique effects, each have their own unique uses, which is really amazing. But which one should you really be running more of, in my opinion? If you want to run like maybe two of one and one of the other, which one should you run the most out of, in terms of which one has the most use? So up here are some deck examples that you can actually use them in. The Hunters, Photons, Heroes, because you know sometimes you use the Thrashers. The Noble Knights and the Constellars can abuse these two cards very effectively. So these are some deck options that you can go in, that you can play these guys in if you aren't already. But you never know, some people are like, oh wow, I never thought of Omega. So first off, let's go for Constellar Omega. It requires two level 4 light monsters. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can attach one material from this card. This turn, all face-up Constellar monsters you currently control, including himself, are unaffected by spell and trap cards. So this guy's a quick effect, meaning if you summon him, they chain Torrential, Compulse, Bottomless, whatever. You can automatically chain this effect to said trap card because they are not negating the summon, and you can just go, okay, negate the summon, negate that bottom of the trap hole. Even though priority is gone, it is a quick effect, and quick effects can counter spell speed 2 trap cards such as that, but of course cannot negate a summon because there's no such thing as a spell speed 3 monster. So the use of Constellar Omega is just to kind of help get some cheap damage while avoiding spells and traps, which is really, really nice. The 2400 attack is a decently sized attack, nowhere near as big as, of course, number 39, with being, you know, at 2500 or Gemini Pearl at 2600, and I'm going off of XEs that require two level 4 monsters, not like Violent Sigma or Evil Swarm out of Borders where they require 3 level 4 monsters. I'm going off of monsters that require 2 level 4 monsters. So it's not as strong as them in terms of attack, but it doesn't really need to since it has this awesome effect of protecting itself. Now Omega, you know, is not out yet. I think it's supposed to come out in a Sigurd and Tachyon Galaxy. I remember correctly seeing that on the wiki. And it's a very popular card to go into in terms of light-based decks because of the fact that it can protect itself from spells and traps. So that's a big bonus to Omega there. So, but there's another light-based card that people tend to use, and that is, of course, Starlight Siege Paradios. It is freaking Paradios. Photo Knight Paradios. There you go. Acquiring 2 level 4 light monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 2 XZ materials from this card to target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. When this card you control is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or by card effect, and sent to your graveyard, you draw one card. So just think of him as if Gale plus Valor plus Card Trooper had a little evening night out, had a very, very good night, had a little sex, and there you go, you had some freaking Paradios. Because all 3 of them combined because, well, it doesn't really half attack, but I can't think of any monster that has an effect that reduces attack to 0 off the top of my head. I know there is definitely one, but I can't think of them right now. So we're going Gale, and of course he negates an effect. Here's effect field, and then you get to draw a card. Oh, Card Trooper! So Paradise is a fantastic card for any light-based deck. he only has 2,000 attack, but that makes up for it. But the effect of dropping an attack to 0 really makes up for it. It's a great card to summon against your opponent if they have a big effect monster, such as Big Eye, and as well as, what is it, that plane, that rank 7, Phantom Beastcraft plane. I don't remember his name. But you know what I mean, it's a giant rank 7 that summons like 2 tokens. You summon against that, just go, okay, negate the effect, 0 attack, die? You know, you can do that too, it's actually really nice. So there's a lot of options for Paladimo and whatever frickin' is. So, also if it gets Mirror Force from Tribute, you get the draw card, and of course, if it gets Solemn, you do not get it because it has to be on the field, and Solemn negates the effect. If only some people actually realize that. Another reason why I quit DN, a lot of DN shenanigans, because I got annoyed seeing people doing stupid stuff in the morning. It's like, ugh. No! But, anyway, he has uses, Omega has some uses. Like I said, there's probably more decks that people have thought of to use these cards, but like I said, Constellars, Nova Knights, Heroes, if you're using Flashers, Photons, and the Hunters are five great decks to use these guys in. They're not really underrated. They're far from underrated. They're very, very useful cards. And, you know, they're not diverse, but you need diverse cards when you have cards like these. It's really amazing. So out of these two cards, which one is really the best one to use in any situation? Well, like I said, both of them have their own uses in each situation. Omega protects himself from spells and traps, where the Parademo just says F you to any effect monsters, like, oh hi, screw you, attack. It's just how it goes. Well, the problem is having to explain the effect to some beginners, like, okay, read the card effect, please. But out of these two cards, like I said, I like both of them quite a bit. I think they're both fantastic cards, and they can both share a place in the extract for any light-based deck. But out of the two of them, I would say, like, Paradios is the best one in terms of its many uses. Omega does protect himself from spells and traps, but it's a really hard decision. But, you know, Paradios actually has a lot of uses going for him because of the amount of effect monsters that is in the game. Big effect monsters, especially now in the upcoming set of Attack on Galaxy as well as Judgment of Light, where they have big effect monsters that just go say, hi, how you doing? I'm big, I have an effect, how you like me now? Paradios has a lot of options going for him, and I will probably see myself using him a little bit more than Omega, but Omega is still a fantastic card, and would definitely recommend running him in the extra deck, but I just think Paradios might have a little bit of an edge off him, and also because of the fact that you can get this guy and a 10, the starter, that Duelist Pack 10, and then Omega is like a secret rare in the set. I think Attack on Galaxy, so that's another thing going for Paradios here. He's more available for the mass populace, not just like, he's not going to be like, I can picture Omega being a high-end expensive card, but this guy's more accessible. I even have one myself, but it's a really good card. So like I said, Paradios just wins over Omega because of price range, especially, and the fact the way the game is turning. He has more options, more targets, and he isn't out to big, annoying monsters that have effects. Just don't summon him against a Blue Eyes. I guarantee Blue Eyes will win all the time, win every time, unless you drop an Honest, and then your opponent's gonna cry. So anyway, give me your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Give me out of these two cards, Omega and Paradios, which one would you use the most? Which one would you use the most in a light-based deck? Because I gave my reasoning, my answer, and kind of my reasoning. Give me your answers. Give me, you know, you don't have to explain why you use Omega or Parry and stuff like that. So anyway, like always, give me more suggestions for a Yu-Gi-Oh card battle in the comment section below. And if I use them, I'll give you a shout out because I like to give credit is due. And yeah, I guess I'll see ya next, actually Friday for OC Geniuses. So comment, rate, subscribe, and bye.